welcome to The Real News. I'm Eddie Conway, coming to you from Baltimore, a couple days after the election of Donald Trump. I'm here in my favorite barbershop, Conscious Heads, in East Baltimore, and I want to talk to a couple of the patrons and find out how they feel about the election. Excuse me. What's your name?
D. Chase.
Okay, well, you just experienced the election. Did you vote?
I did vote.
Okay, so how do you feel about the outcome of the election?
I think the outcome of the election reflected the true heart of America. You know, I think this was an opportunity for people who had not or did not or believe that America had totally transformed to recognize that this is the same America as 1968. This is the same America as 1865. It's the same America. And this is how America has responded. Whenever there's movement in the streets, America responds with what? Law and order. So this was the law and order response that's historically true to America.
Mm-hmm. Well, as a black person, what do you think the election means for us in the coming months, weeks, years, for our future?
All right. Well, I mean, it's a lot. It means a whole lot. I mean, if we just look about, issue of Department of Justice, and who's going to run the Department of Justice. I think that's the first thing, because that's the critical issue on the plate right now as it relates to us, mass incarceration, yada yada yada. So that seat looks like it's going to go to a man by the name of Giuliani. All right.
Okay.
So Giuliani was the law and order guy of New York City.
Yes.
He was the pioneer of stop and frisk in New York City.
And zero tolerance.
And zero tolerance.
Okay.
So what we're going to see under that administration is more of that type of inhumane, because that policy was deemed unconstitutional.
Let me just ask you this, because did you vote for Hillary?
I voted for Hillary.
Okay,
When
because...
I say I voted, I'll say I voted against the election of Donald Trump.
Okay, all right. Because one of the things that I think has resonated in the black community is that Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton is responsible for this mass incarceration that's created the prison industrial complex, and that's took maybe 1 million bodies.
2 million.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about black bodies now, but 2 million altogether. Yes, a quarter of the world's prison population. So I think it's kind of hard to see any kind of positive policy under her. So do you think that people that were aware that she caused so many people to be locked up, so many families to be broken, so many children to grow up without their parents, mothers and fathers, do you think that was one of the reasons why a lot of people didn't come out?
I think that is 100% the reason why not 100%, that has a large percentage to do with why people did not respond to Hillary. Number one, single-handedly, according to her, we were the super predators. All right. The continuation of the policies from Reagan, really the policies from 1971 under Richard Nixon to Reagan, and here you come with Bill Clinton and his administration saying, no, we the ones who are going to lay it down, and we're going to blow it on the horn, and you guys are going to swallow it. I think all of that is true. However, I always look about administration. Okay, where the Department of Justice. Okay, is there going to be a change in the Department of Justice under Hillary Clinton? I would probably say there isn't. Now, I'm looking at Giuliani.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Giuliani.
Yeah, no, that's important.
I'll be real clear. I didn't start off trying to vote for Hillary. I didn't vote for Hillary. All right? My vote was against Giuliani.
Hey, how you doing? We want to know.
I voted for Donald Trump.
Okay, good. What's your name?
Yeah, my name Val.
Okay, and why did you?
Why did I vote for Donald Trump?
I don't believe him, but I'm gonna.
What? Well, you don't believe what? Who I voted for?
All right. Donald Trump. Okay.
I have no reason to lie.
Oh, okay.
I have no reason to lie.
Okay,
I have
why?
No reason to lie.
Okay, come
why
here.
Did I vote? Listen,
That's
you
good.
want to know why did I vote for?
Yes.
Because I want to change. I want to change. I don't want the same rhetoric. I don't want to be governed by the same laws that we've been governed by. I don't want to be under Bill Clinton policy again.
With this election, I mean, I would have really loved to get involved, but the way my situation is at this point, I'm too broke to pay attention. You know what I mean? I'm in here getting this work in, and I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, it's going to be what it's going to be. I don't think it's going to get too much better or too much worse. So, you know, that's my opinion
You're just
on the
gonna go
situation.
with the flow.
I'm going to go with the flow at this point in time.
Okay.
Eventually, I'll be in a position to participate.
All right, real good haircut. What's your name?
I'm Kevin.
You got an opinion about the election?
No, it's like most of the time I was just saying they predetermine who they want to go into office. And even though like popular votes go for who the people ask for, they still elect the person that they
electoral
want in the
college.
seat. Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Like that been going on since I've been alive, I know that.
Yeah, they did it with George Bush and Al Gore, I believe.
I mean, yeah, because like nobody I knew voted for Bush, and he got Florida had to recount the ballots.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah. Are you concerned about our future?
I have been concerned about our future, but it seems like everything is like kind of stagnant. It's, you know, those people in power and black people got to struggle.
Okay, I'm gonna let him finish you up. This is a good haircut, man. It's good. As everybody know, I'm here with my favorite barber right now. That's Jabari. And I actually came to his shop to get some insight. First place, did you expect the election to turn out like it did?
I really didn't know what to expect because I got tricked at the last election with the Barack Obama. I never expected that to happen back then. So I didn't know if it was going to be a twist or another twist going on. So I was like, I don't know. It was a few people that I knew that was calling for that said that Trump would win. And actually, I got to go back and look because somebody was talking about that they put a clip up where say Francis Cress Welsing had predicted a few years ago for some reason that Donald Trump was going to be the president. I got to go and find that clip. They said somewhere on YouTube that somebody had put it up. So some people had predicted that a while ago, but I didn't know what was going to happen. I just sat back and watched and But to be honest, and taking a radical view, for Donald Trump to get in and knowing the history of the Clinton administration, for Donald Trump to get in, as comfortable as our people have been in our community, I think it's a step in the right direction for us to really do something for ourselves. And I think I've been working in this barbershop and I watch people be scared to death. People have been scared. I mean, they even boo, boo. I mean, all over, they've been scared. And I think this will be the thing that will help us to get up and say, hey, look, we had to get together. We got to work out some things in our families and community, and we need to get to work and get some stuff done. I think if Hillary would have got in, it would have rocked our people back to sleep. I think when Barack Obama got in to be president, our people went to sleep for like 8 years. Because I know I was at the bottom end of that because doing events and doing lectures and all, we couldn't even get people to come out to events, especially when he first got in office. I mean, we were at an all-time low. We couldn't even crack 100 people to come out for these different events. So we went down. So now the whole Trump thing going is crazy. I got all kinds of people calling me like, hey, what's up? What we gonna do? Where's the meeting at? You know what I mean? Like people been calling me like crazy because they scared to death. And they don't know what to do. So I think that now, sometimes it takes a little pain, to lead people in the right direction. So I think now, they looking. I think the fact that Barack Obama represented a black face on white power in the White House, and now I think that it's good that white power is now represented by Donald Trump, and I think that shakes and rattles people a little bit more and say, hey, look, we got to do something. We got to get together. And that's the language through Facebook, through the barbershop, all around.
I'm just asking you, okay, the election is over. It's a couple days later. What do you think of the election, the outcome, and what do you think it's going to mean for the black community in the future?
After the election in the black community, I know there's a lot of tension in the air. You can feel the tension in the atmosphere. And it's time for us to now stand up. Stand up in our communities, let our voices be heard. The things that we are feeling nowadays, we have to do something about it. The generations that are coming behind us, we have to stand up for them. We have to do something different. Obviously, what we were doing before isn't quite working, so we have to do something different. And so here's the time, to let our voices be heard, to be active,
Hey, thank you for joining me here at Conscious Head Barbershop, and thank you for joining the Real News.